So I'm here at the farm in Summertown, Tennessee, an intentional community established back in 1971 after a caravan of buses originally departing from Haight-Ashbury, traveling around the country, ultimately set up roots here and called it the farm. So every year they have an annual festival called the Ragweed Festival, and so that's actually where we are at the farm during Ragweed. So there might be a lot of background activity, but hopefully that will just add to the ambiance of this yoga practice I'm about to take you through. I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start in table. So we're going to start with our hands shoulder width apart in line with our shoulders, and our knees hip width apart in line with our hips. And you're going to create a long, flat tabletop with your back. And just start to take a few moments to establish the breath. Letting the breath begin low in the belly and move all the way up into the top of your lungs, letting the breath move through you like a wave of energy. Focusing your mind as you make the transition from focusing externally to focusing internally. So turn your thoughts inward, starting now. And as you inhale, let your navel and your heart soften toward the earth. Lift the tailbone, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. You get a stretch in the front body as you arch the back and lengthen your spine at the same time. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck the chin, lift and round your back, draw your navel in toward your spine. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the stretch in the back body. Moving with the breath. Enjoy how this feels to be moving in your body this way. Loosening up your spine. Getting more and more flexibility in your spine. Good, and then curling your toes under, stretch your hips back onto your heels. And extending your arms forward, come into spider mudra. So lift your wrists and come onto your fingertips. Traction your shoulders down your back. Lengthen from the base of the spine all the way up into your neck and breathe deeply. Again, feeling that wave of energy move through you with each deep breath you take. See if you can feel the stretch into your shoulders. Feel your entire body expanding and contracting around each full breath. Good, and then inhaling, come back into table. Walking the hands forward, about one hand length. Go ahead and curl the toes under, lift the hips, keeping the knees bent for this one. Lengthen the arms, traction those shoulder blades down your back, and let your heart move in the direction of your thighs. Let your neck grow out from your shoulders so your neck is nice and long. Press back into the hips. And then press into the right heel, getting that stretch all the way down into your lower leg. And then press into the left heel. And just move from side to side, enjoying the stretch, enjoying the opening. I always love downward facing dog because usually it's right around the time people go from hating down dog to loving down dog. That's when they start to love yoga. It's kind of a rite of passage. Breathe deeply here. Maybe pressing into both heels if it feels good. But if straightening your legs is forcing your upper back to round, then bend the knees. Good. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower onto your knees. Relax back into child's pose. Take a full breath here. Inhaling into table. Again, exhale, downward facing dog. And start to explore your down dog. Move around inside of it. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. Good. Inhaling deep breath. As you press into the left hand, maybe bring your right hand and reach for your left ankle. And switching sides. Breathing into your back, breathing into any places where you feel this. Good. Coming back to down dog. Inhale, deep breath. Again, exhale, lower onto your knees. Rest in child's pose. And now rolling up, sit nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down your back. Breathe deeply. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back now. Interlacing the fingers with the palms facing toward each other. Start to hug the shoulder blades together and extend the arms back. Letting your shoulder blades roll down your back. Breathe. You can tuck your chin, breathing into the back of your neck. Inhale, lift your chin to the sky, open your throat. Move the chin up and down a few times with the breath. Good, and release. Coming back into table. And back into downward facing dog. Softening into your left heel now. Extend your right leg straight back and up. Keep the hips squared as you internally rotate that right leg. Breathe. And then lift that right hip higher and higher and higher. You can bend that right knee. Flex that right foot. Breathe deeply. Feel the opening. And then inhale, step that foot forward between your hands and coming into a lunge. So shoulders back, down on your back. Keep that back knee lifting if you can, pressing actively into that back heel. Feel the hips opening. Feel the length of your spine from the base all the way up into your neck. So no rounding, no contraction, but nice length, lots of length. Good. Inhale, right foot steps back. Take a few breaths here. And extend your left leg. And again, avoid lifting that left hip quite yet. We're not quite going there yet. So internally rotate that left leg, squaring the hips. And then lift that left leg, left hip, and the knee. Flex the foot. Maybe look up under that left armpit. Explore the opening. And then inhale, step the foot forward. Come into a nice, deep, healthy lunge. Again, draw the shoulders down the back. Neck is nice and long. Breathe. Good, and the left foot steps back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower onto your knees. Rest in child's pose. From here, interlace your fingers behind your back, extend those arms up, lift your hips and roll onto the crown of your head. Again, coming into table. And downward facing dog. Good. Now as you inhale, step the right foot forward and the left foot forward. Come halfway up to a flat back. Scoot back since I'm so close to the pole here. Halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. And breathe, deeply breathe. As you feel the energy coming up into your legs. Inhale, leading with your heart, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a few breaths, feel your feet on the ground. Good, inhale, arms out and up. Elongate, reaching up and back, gentle back bend. Let your tailbone lengthen toward the earth as you reach up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, deepen your forward bend. Good, inhale, right foot steps back. Nice, deep, healthy lunge. And with the right hand on the mat, bring your left hand to your left thigh. Start to engage the core and then rotate into a twist. And then look up and reach up. Breathing. Opening your heart to the sky here. Feel the spine loosening now as you come into your first twist of the practice. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, both hands on the mat. Turn and plant the back foot and bring your hands to your hips. So the back foot should be turned in to a good 30, maybe 45-degree angle. Square the hips and engage your core, letting your tailbone lengthen toward the earth. So that right leg stays active as you press into that right foot. Bend that left knee toward 90 degrees. Shoulders stay relaxing down your back. Inhale, arms up. Breathe. Warrior one. Building strength and endurance here. So start tapping into the warrior energy inside of you. Deep breath. Exhale, lower, place the hands. Left foot steps back. Coming into plank. Slowly lowering either into chaturanga and come into upward facing dog, or you can lower the knees, lower your chest and your chin, slowly slide your pelvis onto the mat, and come into Sphinx if this is a better back bend for you today. So whichever one you're working with. And then downward facing dog. Breathing here. Use your down dog always as an opportunity to regroup, reconnect with the breath, come back to center. Good, and when you're ready, step the left foot forward, coming into your lunge. Inhale, right foot steps forward, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. Inhale, arms out wide, leading with your heart. Come all the way up and back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath. I'm going to step back from this pole a bit. Inhaling. Elongate up and back. Press the hips forward. Tailbone tucks. Lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen. Always going just far enough to enjoy the stretch. So if you're still warming up, be gentle with yourself. Try not to force things. Good. Inhale, let's step the left foot back this time. Come into a nice, deep, healthy lunge. And with your left hand on the mat, right hand comes to the right thigh. Engage your core and start to rotate into a twist. And again, this is your first twist to this side, so start gently. And as your body opens, you can explore your way deeper. Breathe. Feel your body opening. Feel old holding patterns releasing. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower, place the hands. Turn and plant the back foot. And bringing your hands to your hips to begin with, take a moment to square the hips, engage the legs, engage your core. Shoulders on the back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhaling. Lowering the hips as you move your way into Warrior One. Breathe. Feel the hips opening. As you ground through that left foot, lengthen that left leg, press that left hip forward. Feel the opening. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower, place the hands. Good. Inhale, right foot steps back. Come into plank for a moment. Tailbone lengthens towards your heels. Lengthen all the way up into your crown. Engage the core. And as you exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Good. And stepping the right foot forward once again, coming into your lunge. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Halfway up, flat back. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. Inhale, arms out wide, leading with your heart. Come all the way up and back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a few breaths. And let's open up now into a 5-pointed star. So the feet are wide as your wrists. Feet are parallel. Engage the core. Tailbone lengthens toward the earth. Heart is open. Shoulders relaxed. Neck is nice and long. Take a few breaths here. And then turn your right foot out. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale as you lower the hips, exploring your way into Warrior Two. Good. Straightening that right leg. Press the hips back as you lengthen forward. Placing that right hand gently on that right ankle or shin. Maybe even on the mat or a block if you need it. So rotate through the hips, through the ribs, the shoulders, look up and reach up. Good, and then inhaling back into Warrior Two. And then a 5-pointed star. Turning the left foot out. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower and explore your Warrior Two. Straightening that left leg. Press the hips back, lengthen forward. Start by rotating through the hips, the ribs, the shoulders, look up and reach up. And back into Warrior Two. Back into 5-pointed star. Let's step the feet together. Good, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, maybe reach up and back. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bending the knees, lower the hips. Coming into a squat. Developing your ankles, opening up the feet, working on balance. Good. And now slowly come down onto your knees. Sit back on your heels. Relaxing your shoulders down your back, tucking your chin. Move into a slow, gentle half neck roll, first to one side. And then to the other side. Just feel your neck open and release. Letting go. Letting go. Good. So the spine moves in 6 directions. Forward bends, back bends, side bends, and twists from left to right. So far we've done everything except for side bend. So let's make sure we move the spine in all directions before we relax onto our backs. So lower your hips to one side. So maybe lower your hips to your right. If your hips are lowered to the right, you're going to lower your left hand to the mat. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. And as you breathe, just feel the opening from the base, from the hip all the way up the side body. Reaching into your fingertips. Make sure this other shoulder is relaxed down away from your ears. Your elbow is soft. Breathe. Opening your heart to the sky, to the side. Inhale. Sweep the arm back. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, round forward. And again. And over. Good. Inhale, back to center. Take a couple of breaths. And let's do it to the other side. So lowering your hips to the left, right hand on the mat. Inhale, left arm sweeps up and over. breathing. Feel free to pause the video here. Take as much time as you'd like. This feels good. Inhale, sweep the arm back. Open your heart to the sky. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, up and back. And to the side. And back to center. Take a few breaths. Notice how you feel. Good. Slowly come onto your back. That feels like it would be just perfect here, go ahead and do it. For stretching out, settling onto your back into Shavasana. Spend as much time here as you'd like. Or maybe even choose one of my guided meditations. But whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.